Is USC the most overrated team in the country? Were they the
How
most overrated team going into the season?
I
We know
think
what they
it's
are
so
now.
I think it's so much crap. You know, the AP. Well, Tuesday the college football playoff comes out, and then AP kind of starts not mattering. AP poll came out today, and they still
Still
have
have them
USC.
ranked.
I mean, I don't know what else they have to do to show y'all they should not be in the top 25. I mean, those guys are terrible. I mean, how many times have they given up 40 points in a game?
Cal gave USC every chance to win that game, and they just did not want to take it up until the very end.
I mean,
That's embarrassing. It's Cal. It is Cal. I mean, that's tough. I see a note here. You have, and this is a big statement. Is this the worst defense under Lincoln Riley? I mean, including USC and Oklahoma. I mean, that's a bold statement because his defense has always sucked, but this one is just like it's Cal.
Dude, in 4 games this year, they have given up 40 plus. 4 games. I mean, that is unheard of. And then the other games gave up 20, gave up 28, 10, 14, and gave up 28 to San Jose State.
Do you have their schedule pulled up?
I do, and they're going to lose the next 3 games. They play Washington at home, they play Oregon at Oregon, and then UCLA at home. They'll lose the next 3 games.
Yeah, so that would leave them a record with what, 7-5?
7-5.
7-5. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Washington, Oregon, and UCLA. Yeah. At best case 8-4. USC, we kind of talked about them like Florida, except USC has way more of a history than Florida. At what point does USC start talking about Lincoln Riley, and is this a mistake? Should we have gotten somebody else, or is this just at least better than Tom Herman and what they had going on before him? You know.
I don't think USC has a lot of expectations in the sense of where it's located. You know, being Los Angeles, they got so many other professional sports teams. I feel like USC falls so far back in the back burner. It's not funny.
I think you're right. I think with the Chargers and the Rams moving to Los Angeles, the amount of eyes on USC, which in the mid 2000s, everybody in California and Los Angeles, USC was the team. You had celebrities all over the sidelines, and now they're going to watch UCLA and Colorado. I think the attention just is not on USC like it used to be, and I think, to your point, probably because of the amount of pro teams that are there.
I mean, you got to think every sport, baseball, basketball, football, has 2 teams.
Yeah.
I've never understand why sport teams, you know, New York, Los Angeles, really just those 2, they have to have 2 separate teams.
It's a little unfair in my opinion. I get they're all bigger, but yeah, I mean, their stadium used to be a stadium. You watch their games late at night because it's over in California, filled, and UCLA has always kind of struggled to fill their stadium, but now USC is struggling to fill the stadium, and they're still pretty good. So we may be looking at USC like never returning to their glory, but that's a conversation for
the Big Ten. I'm going to tell you, though, this definitely is the most overhyped Lincoln Riley USC combined team of all time. Just any Lincoln Riley team, any USC team. And I guess I'm glad to see USC back, but if you remember back in the days before really Pete Carroll and after Pete Carroll is a good coach. I'm not discrediting that. But I feel like, they would always put USC in the top 5. USC is going to be amazing this year. And then at the end of every season, they find themselves either lowly ranked in the 20s or not ranked at all.
If this team did not have Caleb Williams, you're probably looking at a loss to Colorado. Arizona, they only beat Arizona by 2 points. You're looking at probably a loss here to Cal. And then going forward, then the other losses. So I mean, this could have been a 6 and it still could be a no. They're not. They got more than 6 wins already. Could have been a 6-16. I don't know, man. I'm not big on USC. I agree. I don't think that they should be ranked, but they're a team that the college football loves. The playoff rankings, I would be shocked if they have USC in them.
I think they'll put USC in the top 25 playoff. Let me tell you why. They play Washington next, so they'll make it a 5 for whatever Washington's ranked.
Gotta hype it up a little bit.
Gotta hype it up. I mean, with this past weekend, we only had 2 ranked games. You're about to see so many ranked games next week, it's not even funny.